Hello there all my YouTube friends. I hope everything is okay with you all. Yes, and hello there brother Superfly Fat Guy 859 coming at you. Yes, I saw you, I've seen your being a chicken shit video a couple of times, and I really felt like I wanted to do VR for you and just, you know, put in my thoughts about this, you know, and yeah, and stuff like that. And first of all, I have to say you're a very honest and straightforward guy, and that's one of the reasons I really enjoy your friendship and your videos, you know, because in my book that's one of the parts of being a man, you know. Yes, and over to the subject, you know, it's I don't think you can ever, you know, win anything, or it doesn't prove that you're a man just because you can fight very well. Because, you know, when I was a bit younger, I lived quite another kind of life, you know, and I have been in quite a lot of fights, and I have, you know, got my teeth broken, several of them, you know, and I don't know if you can see this now. I have a big scar up here. That's from a fight, you know, and one of these stupid fights, you know, when you're drunk and outside the bar, for example, and stuff like that. Just stupid stuff. And in the end of the day, you know, if you're not drunk and everything, I think all of us who gets into a fight more or less are afraid, you know. That's just the nature of it, you know. And the thing is also, you know, it doesn't matter how good of a fighter you are. You can have a big heart, you know, and I really truly believe that there is always going to be one out there that's better than you, you know, and you're either going to get your ass whooped big time, or if you're better than the other one, and you know, start beating the shit out of them, nothing says that that person isn't gonna pull up a gun on you and shoot you anyway. So the one who wins a fight, if you say, in my book, is always the one who can talk the way out of it, or because you can't really win anything by fighting someone. I mean, who do you do it for? Is it to feed your ego, or is it to look strong in front of your friends and stuff, you know? But I said, you know, I'm a bit over 40 now, and I thought very different about this when I was around 20, in my 20s, you know, and so on. Maybe it's a maturing thing. I'm not sure about that, because I had friends who, you know, it was very good to talk themselves out of fights. So, and in the end of the day, you know, even if you say you're feeling afraid and such a thing, if it comes down to it, well, that you really have to defend your house or your granny or whatever it is. I mean, you have a Glock, and you just have to pull that one out and defend, and I'm sure you're going to do that when it comes to but then it's, you're not picking a fight, you're defending yourself, you know, and there is always going to be a situation where you have to defend yourself or your family or your loved ones, and that's a completely different thing, you know. It's no good at all, you know, to go out to pick a fight, you know, just for the sake of it, even if you're drunk or not drunk, or if you're just hanging out with your friends on bars and stuff. Why should you? I mean, in my book, it's just stupid. Just, as I said, what are you going to gain on it? Who are you doing it for? It's probably not for yourself, you know. So you did a very good few points on that one. And I don't know how it is in the States. You talked about maybe your father and such was a different generation, is a different generation, because they're not afraid of anything. But here in Sweden, you know, I'm thinking about the generation of my father, and I would imagine they are around the same age anyway. And you know, in that day when they were fighting, you know, as my father said, it was enough to put them down on the ground, and you almost win the fight. Today it's so much more guns and knives and stuff out there that people who shouldn't have them have, if you know what I mean. I mean, as ordinary, we who are ordinary good people today, you know, should obviously allow to have a gun, but obviously they should. We should be allowed to have a gun. Sorry, but you know, we are not going to go out on bars and get drunk and use it either. You know, because we know how it should be used and why we have it, and we don't go out and pick fights just to be able to use it. But there are people out there today who does it, you know. And what are you going to do? Even if you're a black belt in 10 different martial arts, if the person stands 15 feet away from you with a big gun pointed at you, what are you going to do, you know? You can't split a bullet in half. You know what I mean? So I really enjoyed listening to your video. You have very good thoughts about it. So this, and in the end of the day, you can't change who you are. So I mean, and if you are on the right track with this, just keep it be like that. And you know, I hope, you know, in my opinion, then you said if you lose some weight, maybe you should think different about this. And I think like this, you know, I hope you doesn't loses your mind when you lose weight if you do it, you know, because in my opinion, if you start fighting and stuff, or don't get afraid and stuff like that, when you're getting thinner, I think you're just gonna get worse, you know. It's great the way you are now. Okay, I hope I haven't rambled too much, and when I thought this through, I hope I remember the points I wanted to say to you. So, yes, there you go. Brother Paul, you can only be the one you are. I mean, and in your case, I think that's more than great. So, take care now, and yes, take care now, and have a great weekend, everyone. Greetings from Sweden.